Hi everybody. So I've had a vacation week this week and was trying to put a few things together, get a few projects done, and we kind of got a few caught up. Wanted to show you one or two today. This video is basically lights. Everybody has them. If you pan over, you'll see on the awning rail there's always this little ridge tube here. What that does is that has a spot, so these little clips or some sort of something will go in them. Well, we had here where we're at middle of this week some stormy weather coming in, and I knew that the winds were going to be high enough. Our awnings stay good and tight because the cross rail, the extended rails, I mean everything's done pretty well, but we had some excessive winds coming in, so I knew I wanted to take the awning in one day this week during that, just to make sure, because even though they were heavier than usual even. And with our carport set up there, it kind of blocked the wind a little bit, but I knew they were going to be heavy enough wind that I want to protect it. One thing I had planned on, it was how do we store the lights that are on there in between. Sometimes you want to take them off, and that's the downside of having lights hanging on there. If it's not an LED awning strip or just an LED, having something more decorative, you have to take them off, roll the awning in and stuff, and it can be a little inconvenient. So when you're traveling, yes, you take them down, you stow them away, but what if you want to just take them down for a storm, for something simple? Even for a small move, I guess you could look at doing this if you were moving it from one site to another in the same park. What I did was I've got this awning rail that I mounted up here that these same clips will go into, and it gave me a place to hang the lights. So what I was able to do was transition and transfer the lights from the awning rail, leave it plugged in, and transfer them over onto this rail. And then I can take those clips out and slide them right onto the rail on the awning itself whenever I need to. So it gave us a little convenience of partial storage without having to just leave them on the ground in the rain or the weather and looking cluttered, or putting them away fully. So this gives us that capability. You want to seal your screws depending on what you're going into. A lot of the newer units that have the laminated walls or the Phylon walls, you're going to want to do some sort of nicer mounting screw or more of them. With ours, since we have the metal siding, I only did a couple on each end, and then every other hole. That's going to be plenty for us. And then a little bit of silicone dabbed underneath the screw. We'll keep those sealed as well. But that gives it, and it can actually stay on the trailer anytime, even when you're traveling. That's no big deal. This gave me a place to hang the awning lights, which actually go on the awning tube, as well as I already had these other ones hanging up here as a little extra light, a little decorative. It gives you a place that they can hook to in between. I've actually made a little coat hanger hook on a couple of those so that they hook on the wires a little simply. So just wanted to show you that, something simple we did, a little bit more convenience for storage, transition time, and protection of your equipment. Little thoughts like that can go a long way. These are the same awning rails we used for our underskirting in the back. We've got it mounted along the other side and around the back area, so that covers the back area. It's not quite done. We've got a little further to go. I need to trim our skirting, which is actually just old awning material and slide topper material. So we'll probably cover a little bit more of that at some point in the future, but you never know when something that's made for one purpose, even in the industry and RV, can be very convenient and handy for another purpose. So have any questions, feel free to drop a message or ask us. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.